25. Family and relative.
话题25，谈家庭和亲属。
Dialogue 1.
What are you doing this afternoon?
I'm going to buy a gift for my dad. It's his birthday next week.
Oh, that's nice. What are you getting him?
I'm not sure. He likes fishing, so I was going to a sports store.
You're just going to look around today.
That might give me some ideas. If I see something good, I'll buy it.
Your dad doesn't seem like the kind of guy who likes to fish.
Really? Why do you say that?
I don't know. He's a lawyer. It doesn't fit the image.
Oh, I know what you mean. To tell the truth, he doesn't fit the image.
Then how did he come to like fishing?
His father, who was certainly not a lawyer, taught him to fish.
What was his father?
I'm not sure. I don't think he ever had a real job.
And his son became a lawyer. That sounds pretty interesting.
It is. I've got to get to the store. I'll give you a call when I get back.
Sounds good. I'll talk to you then.
Dialogue 2.
I can't believe my parents did this.
What did they do this time?
They haven't called for Christmas.
I'm sure that they have a good reason.
Like what?
Maybe they're busy. It's hard to say for sure.
They're not busy. They're just mad at me.
Why would they be mad at you?
We had an argument during Thanksgiving.
Lots of families argue. It doesn't make any sense for them to still be mad at you.
You don't know my parents.
If what you say is true, it makes your parents seem a little immature.
They can be. Both of them have a lot of pride. They don't like to admit when they're wrong.
Now I can see where you got your personality.
What are you saying?
It's just funny how much your parents sound like you.
They do not sound like me. I'm my own person.
Of course. But you had to come from somewhere. And I can clearly see where you came from.
Dialogue 3.
Your brother is pretty impressive. He has really made a good life for himself.
He certainly has, but he's had to change a lot over the years.
Do you mean that he wasn't always so responsible?
When he was a little boy, he was a real troublemaker.
Oh, really? That's hard to see now.
You notice that he seems responsible, but did you notice how much energy he has?
Yes, he is really devoted to his work. He's full of good ideas.
When he was young and undisciplined, all that energy was used for causing trouble.
I could see that. He's a pretty intense guy.
Have I told you about the time he almost burned down the house when he was 5 years old?
I don't think I've heard that story.
You should ask my mother. She tells the story better.
She is pretty good at telling stories. She has some good ones about you.
What has she told you about me?
You'll have to ask her. She tells the stories better.
Dialogue 4.
This is nice place. How do you afford it?
I can't afford it. That's my roommate's job.
Does your roommate earn a lot of money?
No, but her family is pretty generous.
Your roommate still relies on her parents for money?
No, it's nothing like that. Her parents bought this house.
So you live here for free?
No. Carol, that's my roommate. And I pay rent to her parents.
I guess they don't charge as much as the house is really worth.
No, they're very generous. I think they spoil her.
Does she seem spoiled?
She's a nice girl, but she can always depend on her parents to help her out when she needs it.
Her parents sound like nice people.
They are nice, but they need to let their daughter grow up.
When you have kids, will you let them grow up?
Of course. I think it's important for children to learn how to be independent. They won't always have their parents around to help them.
Dialogue 5.
Your sister seems pretty interesting.
I have to agree with you. She's been like that as long as I can remember.
It seems that she likes to be an attention getter.
She's a natural entertainer. Do you know what she does for a job?
I can't imagine. It must not be a job in an office.
That's for sure. She's a comedian.
Do you mean she gets up on stage and tells jokes?
Exactly. She's getting to be pretty well known. She's going to be on television next month.
I'm going to have to watch that. Does she have any future goals?
Yeah. She wants to get into comedy movies. That's the best way to make money for her.
I think she can do it. She just needs to meet the right people.
I agree. After her TV appearance, it will be easier for her to meet people who can get her a job in the movies.
Let me know how that turns out. I'd like to say, I know a famous movie star.